Hello, hello, hello. Hello, my fella. Let me see, could I? No, no, no. I thought maybe I could have put a little green screen on, but I can't. I don't know. Sometimes I can put green screen on, and sometimes I can't. So, anyway, I wanted to, you know, the Beyond the Gate behind me. Y'all, I was very, very busy yesterday. I couldn't get on to do our recap of Beyond the Gate. So I'm here this morning trying to get it in, trying to get it in. That's why you guys have to be subscribed and have that notification on so you can know when I'm coming on. Because sometimes, life happen and I can't come on my regular schedule time. And also, I'm giving you guys an update. I'm changing the time. I'm sorry. I have so much to do. That 6 o'clock time that I gave you guys is just not cutting it. It's my busy time. I'm cooking during that time. Just I have so much to do during that time that it's been hard for me to come on at that time. So, in saying that, I will be going live during the episode. I know everybody is in different time zone, and you may not, you know, the show may have not been and came on in your area. I don't know, but I will be posting it after the live. So you can come back and watch it once I post it. And you can put your comment up under because I go back and read all comments. And, we can discuss it when I come on live. So, in saying that, y'all know YouTube would not let me actually record the show and let y'all see it as it happens. So, y'all got to be looking at it. Or, if you already seen it, you could just drop down in the chat and, while I'm discussing, you put your little two cents in. So, I will be watching it and commentating in it as I'm watching it. And then during the commercial, we can really get into what already happened. So, in saying that, here we go. And let me know, do y'all want to do Big Brother? Because I was thinking about doing Big Brother also. But like I said, it can't be a watch party because YouTube stopped my live when I was doing the watch party. So I explained that on another video what happened to that. Anyway, let's get into it. We're going to discuss yesterday and the day before. And today we're going live doing the show at 1 p.m. Central Time. 1 p.m. Central Time, and we're gonna do the discussion live while it's on Central Time. So, like I said, if you hadn't seen it, I will be posting it. You can look at it later, or you can just come in and kind of get a feel what the day's episode gonna be about. Anyway, that's up to your choice. Okay, let's get into it. Y'all, these last 2 days, the story really just been concentrating on Martin and Smitty. Martin and Smitty, we have not really seen much of Eva. We have not seen much of Kat. We have not seen much of, well, we did a little Andre, but not that much. Danny, just a little smidget. So these two episodes, the last two episodes, was all about Bill, Martin, Smitty, Samantha, and Andre. Those are his two kids. Anyway, as y'all know, we're gonna do a little recap discussion. Firsthand, Martin saw his daughter in the park talking to Kenny, and that's the guy that have been blackmailing him. And we have found out what really happened. We done found out what really happened. But if y'all been following me, I told y'all. I believe that Martin had killed somebody. That was the only explanation. He killed somebody. But I was thinking maybe he had ran over somebody, hit somebody, and kept it moving because they always show in his dream he was in a car. So I just assumed maybe he hit something and kept it moving. But anyway, long story short, y'all saw what he had the press schedule. He was finna confess everything. Just let it out. And like he said, pretty much, if he had a confess, it really would have been over. Without actually having to what? Get rid of the guy. So, because then he wouldn't have had nothing to hold over his head. And my thing is, why they didn't report it when it happened? That's what should have happened. He should have just reported it. Point blank. But anyway, let's get on with it. Anyway, he was gonna do the press conference. Like I said on my other live, they was trying to, talk him out of it, but he was determined he was gonna do it. Bill got a text because they had already had stuff in motion to kind of, handle the situation. Bill, like I said before, he had this text and he handed him the phone and boom, it said done and it had a picture of the guy laying on the ground. He then put the phone in front of Martin while he was speaking, while the press conference had already started. The camera was rolling, and when he looked down, y'all know Martin, he weak, in my opinion. And he just froze. He froze and turned away. Bill came on the podium and told him, the conference was canceled, blah, 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 blah. But this the thing. What's up with Vernon? What's up with Vernon? Vernon act like he's got so much morals, so, uprighteous, this righteous man. And just like Bill said, he's upset. Vernon was upset because they got rid of the man. He's very upset. At least he acting like he's upset, and he telling Bill off and calling him all kinds of names, and he low down and all of this here. But just like Bill told him, and Bill told him correct, with your self-righteous self, you sitting up there like you didn't know what was finna go down. He knew it. Vernon is not crazy. Y'all hold on, let me get my coffee. I gotta get my coffee, y'all. My throat is dry. We having a bad weather day. But anyway, he's so upset with Bill. Hold up, y'all. Excuse me. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. But anyway, he's so upset with Bill. What's going on? I'm discussing Beyond the Gate. He's so upset with Bill, and he already know what's going on, but he don't want to just say it because it's like he want to act like he's not for it or whatever. If you know how Bill is, Why you keep taking your problem to him for him to clean it up? Why are you keep taking your problems to him to clear it up? He already know, but he playing this role. You know what I'm saying? He playing this role to act like he's so self-righteous, so got so much, morals, and he wouldn't do this and that. And he just as bad as Bill or worse. In my opinion, he's worse. He worse. Because he used Bill to clean up his mess, then turn around and say how bad Bill is, and he'll do anything, and just, make him feel, put this here, this stipulation on him, his reputation, like he's a bad guy, he's a gangster. But you made him a gangster. Or you helped him be a gangster, for sure. And you go to him to clean up your stuff. But you turn around and talk about him. Say he'll do anything. He don't have no morals. But you with morals go to Bill to do immoral stuff to clean up your immorality. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. I am so over the Duprees. I am so over them. They self-righteous self. So, let's move on from the press conference. So everybody clear what happened at the press conference. It was canceled. Bill showed him the results of what happened to Kenny, the blackmailer. Vernon was upset. Martin clearly was upset. And I forgot about this part. Joey was there. That's the man with the casino, the gambler. And I think the lady he messing with her name is Vanessa. Y'all know Vanessa married to the doctor, and their relationship is like, because she's a cheater, she do whatever she wants. She was also there at the press conference, and she and Joey was talking, and she was like, why you told me to meet you here? He actually called her and said, meet me here, I want to see you. Because they got a little thing going on. And so she was like, it's a press conference. I don't really like political stuff. Why did you tell me to meet you here? Because if you want to see me, we could have met anywhere. Why here? So, she got to thinking, whatever, because she got a crooked mind. She's something else too, baby. She's something else. Anyway, she got to thinking of whatever. And she said, something is going on. I feel it. You got me here for an alibi. Say you called me here just so you can have an alibi, and you at this press conference to have an alibi, because it aired on TV. He got all these witnesses there. You got Bill there. You got Joey there. That's the casino man. And you got Vernon there. And Martin there. Okay? You got all four of them there when they took care of Kenny, the blackmailer. So they couldn't be in two places at the same time. So other word, they clean. When they do the investigation or blah, 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 say he was outed. We're going to say outed. At this time, they got alibi of where they was. It's all on TV. So, they tricky. They got the crooked cop to do the work. Yes, they got the crooked cop to do the work. So anyway, that was it with that situation. Now, while this is going on, Martin, y'all know I told you on the other episode that he met him at this stadium. And he met the guy, and the guy let him know Martin is the bad guy. You thought I was going to be the bad guy, but no, it's your husband the bad guy in this situation. So, in saying that, Smitty went home and started packing Martin's stuff. He said he got to go. He got to go. He putting our family in this home. Is not letting us know what's going on. He got to go. Because ain't no telling who's sleeping in my bed. I don't even know him. He got to go. So the kids was like, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. Don't let Pop don't go. One of them they call Pop, which is Martin, and then they call Smitty Dad. Y'all make it make sense. Pops and Dad. So, anyway, he packing his stuff, bringing his suitcase down, putting them at the door. So when he come, he can pick it up and go. So, he came home. They all fired up. The kids hurt. But Smitty, he ain't taking no for an answer. He told him, you got to let me know what's going on. No ifs and buts about it. So Martin, knew that this here was the end. He couldn't keep it no longer. He could not keep it no longer. So anyway, he talked to Smitty, told him everything. Everything. And I'm going to let y'all know if y'all hadn't seen it. The dreams. That him and his granddad, Vernon, was in the car coming home. They decided to take the scenic route, as Martin said. Had a flat tire. Got out to change the flat tire. Two white guys pulled up, in the typical pickup truck. They got a flat tire in a small town where not many of us or none of us stay. So when they saw them on the side of the road, they turned around and pulled up and got out the truck. It was two men. And they was heckling them. Yeah, they was heckling, you need help. Let me do this, let me do that. They was racist. So clearly we knew what was going to happen. Then they tried to rob them, told them to give them their money. Vernon said, no, we don't need no help. Said, we'll call the police. Trying to hint like, y'all go head on. And they said, police don't change tires. That's when they pulled out the gun, asked for their money or whatever, and Martin got a chance to hit the gun out the man's face. First, the man hit his granddaddy. That's what set him off. When he hit his granddaddy, Martin went into a rage. He said he went into a rage. He kind of blanked out. Have y'all ever went into a rage where y'all blanked out? But anyway, that's what happened. And after he did that, he knocked the gun and just started boom, 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 just pounding him. Just pounding, pounding, pounding. It was like he couldn't stop. He shot the other one and just started beating the other one. Pounding, pounding, pounding in his face. And his granddad said, that's enough. Granddad had to pull them out. So that's what happened that night. But, they say Bill is the one crooked. So who do they get? Who do they get to clean it up? But Bill is the one with no moral. Bill is the one that would go so far. Look like to me they went for. Look like to me they went for. Look like to me they just like Bill. They just use somebody else. And they hide their hand. Because the priests have to be squeaky clean. The priests have to be almost perfect. But they ain't never crooks. Y'all marinate on that. They're nothing but crooks. Gangsters. Whatever you want to call it. In my opinion. Y'all put down in the chat what y'all feel like they are. So that is pretty much the bulk of what happened. So y'all tune in today at 1 o'clock for the live discussion of Beyond the Gate. 1 o'clock Central Time. See you there. Bye.